Hey.
Hey, what's up, Logan?
Welcome back to the South Shore Boys podcast. I'm your host, Logan O'Brien, joined as always by Dan Hall, Scotty Sweeney, and Lardard himself, Tyler Swade.
The big fat guy.
Becoming one of the most frequent flyers here on the South Shore Boys podcast.
A regular.
Will Noonan, everybody.
Hey.
Love it.
This is the first time since you had the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Congrats on
time I
the
was
baby.
here
I didn't know you had a baby.
We did a show like a week ago, and a bunch of people were like, "You have a fucking baby?" Like, but the last time I was here, I think was like right before, like a week or two before.
Yo, right.
Because I remember driving here today. I was driving here today, and I remember being like, "Oh man, last time I drove there, I was like nervous as shit." I was driving here, like going like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be a father in 2 weeks. What the fuck?"
Is having a baby easier yet? Are you like at the point where you're like, it's not so bad?
Yeah,
Not bad,
honestly.
But like,
Yeah,
the way they say it's so maddening with the sleeping and everything.
yeah. I told Jay that. Like Jay just had a baby. Jay and his wife. And I was
no
like,
way! I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just had a baby.
New bit. You're just unaware of everything.
You heard about tariffs?
Don't get him started on the tariffs. He's on the wrong side.
I always tell people.
Gonna help us
I always tell people who are like, everyone tells you like how scary it's gonna be, how bad it's gonna be, and it's like it gets in your head. The waiting for the baby was worse than.
Yeah.
It's like now you have something to do. Now
It feels
you have
like getting a tattoo. It's like
Now you have something to shake.
Sometimes tattoos ugly.
yeah. Yeah,
when
but
you
the
get mad
first,
and stuff.
those first couple weeks though are like like nothing else. They're just like nothing
Trying.
else.
It must be nuts to all of a sudden have like a human being to take care for. I was with
Yeah.
my friend the other day. She had a baby, and I was doing all that stuff. But
Yeah, it's just
it's like, what do you do? You got like fucking baby now? This thing just hangs out everywhere.
yeah. No,
I'm not
it's
doing
true.
that. I'm not doing that to be like, I was talking.
Yes, Logan. What's your fresh baby take?
Did you changing a diaper ever was it ever nauseating?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think a day or two ago, I was like, "Whoa!" Like,
I can't pick up my dog shit without being like, whoa.
Wait, your daughter shits her pants?
No,
Freaking embarrassing.
I
Dude.
mean, like, it's honest to God, it's just only the smell that, like, sometimes the smell will hit me, and that'll make me go like, "Oh!" But like, I've literally had it on my, like, all right. For example, I was watching TV. I'm holding her. I'm watching TV, and like, it's like I know when she's shitting. Like she goes like, and like you feel it and hear it. Like sometimes like she'll be sitting in her like little bouncy chair across from me, and I'll just hear like.
I wonder what that was.
Like it's just like her fucking
Is
diaper
somebody
getting
rolling
loaded.
billiards down the stairs?
I mean, you don't think about what a diaper is, but it's like when you like fire turds into the toilet with like force.
Yeah.
If you were wearing a diaper, that would just be like pop, 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 pop. So like that's what you're hearing.
Get down. Get down.
Yeah. You're like,
Take a fire.
So I'm like sitting there. I like how I looked right at Dan. I'm like, when you're firing turds into the toilet, Dan's like,
I know, buddy.
yeah.
It's like rain on a tarp.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like,
Rain on a
"Whoa."
tarp. Yeah.
So I'm
Poetry.
holding her, I'm watching TV with her, and I'm like sitting holding her knife, and I'm like, oh, she's taking a shit. I can feel her going like, boop, boop, and then it just like I just feel like without even looking or anything, I just feel like shit on my hand running down my leg, and I'm like, all right. And I just like stood up, went to the nursery, and
You go,
just,
how about this? And then you started shooting your pants.
you just start like, I was like,
you sit on her.
mine's bigger than yours. You start taking the baby wipes, like that's what's also funny is like you just use like 80. I'm like, why don't we just hose ourselves off? Why am I using 80 wipes?
Can't you just drop a baby in some water?
What?
Just
Dropping's a word you don't want to.
If
No,
you
but that
place it
That
softly,
seems gross. It'll
The
mix
water
it'll-
be all
We
shit.
do
Yeah, the
that
water be
at
all
night.
shitty.
2 washes.
But I can see turning her around and kind of blasting her with the sink.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Throw her in the sink.
Yeah.
Throw her in the dishwasher.
Get a fire hose.
Save your dishwasher safe.
You become well.
Where's the baby setting?
Also, when a baby, Jay was freaked out about this, and this is something weird. Like they don't. No one told me this, but like the first shit the baby ever takes is really weird looking. It's like
Ever.
It's
Imagine your
like-
first shit.
I've never thought of this.
yeah.
You
Kinda
take a
wild.
picture, you're like, baby's first shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Aw.
it's like it's not really like
Is it like
when you
what
it's
is
like
it?
it looks like when you like a weed pipe gets like filthy
Yeah.
and like you blow out that like resin.
Yeah.
It looks
It's
like
like
that.
you got
Ew.
resin.
When you think
got
about
resin
it,
butt.
it's the same thing because they've been like filtering
Are
the
they not
mother's food.
shitting?
and
Yeah.
it's
Are they
all
shitting
the
in the
waste.
womb?
Wow.
Yeah.
What are they
I
doing
never
in the
thought of that.
womb?
Are they shitting in the womb when they're getting fed?
That's what it is. It's like all just
All the shit just hangs out for
hangs
9
out.
months.
9 months.
And then they're like, oh, that was
That's
the greatest shit ever.
It's called like muconium or nuconium or something like
That's
that.
what it's called?
Yeah, and
They
it's
have a
got,
Sounds like something from Fallout.
it's got like a it's got like a plug that like it's crazy, dude. So when you see that, you immediately go like, it looks like whatever you imagine cancer must look like. So your first thought is like, oh my god,
I got a broken baby. My baby's broken.
yeah, oh fuck.
Womb full of shit sounds like an anal cunt song.
But you know that does happen too. I think sometimes they do shit in the womb as they're being born, and then that's a disaster.
That's gotta
because
lead to
there's-
like
it's all kinds
Well,
of
that- my
bacteria.
buddy said when he like watched his wife have
I watched it as well.
Give birth. Watch?
and he was like, it was
I don't
just
think I
he's
cut the
like
cord.
it was just all,
What? You
it was
cut
all
the
blood
cord?
and shit.
Yeah, my wife
Ew.
did not shit, and there wasn't a ton of blood. She was lucky.
I had a girl, dude. You got yourself a winner.
They
there.
grade there's a vaginal tear, right?
Yeah.
And they grade that like
Graded.
burns. Like
C plus.
There's people holding scores. On
yeah, first degree tear. Literally, like this woman is like stitching, and she's like, "Oh, like I think she was like 3rd degree tear, not bad." Like,
Wait, they closed the whole thing up after?
yeah, they're like,
What are they
they're like,
sewing
look at you, will you number again?
No more of this.
Yeah, enough.
Can you do her mouth while you're at it? That's good bits when you're in there. This lady's a yapper. You watched it though? Did you freak out? I'd freak out. I can't watch stuff like that.
I joke about it, but like I really didn't know what to. I didn't know what to expect. Like walking in that day, I was kind of like, how involved am I gonna be? Where am I gonna like stand? And no one really knows. Like they kind of tell you, but every hospital's different, and every doctor kind of likes a different thing. But for me, they were
Those
like,
sickos.
we like the husband and basically be part of the team. So they were like, hold her leg, and I'm like holding. I spent like most of the 5 or 6 hours like holding her leg and sort of it's like there's like these 5-minute bursts where like everything is action and there's pushing, and then it's like, all right, let's chill for 2 minutes, and then it's like 2 minutes, and I recorded audio of it for times and some video. And
Always got to record your set.
yeah, you got to. But it's funny, like there's moments where it's like, all right, push, okay, push, that's good, push it. And it's like, and then someone's like, I think I'm gonna have sushi later. And it's like, what's gonna be your first thing? Sushi, because you're not allowed to have that. And then my wife's like, I just feel like sushi never goes with me. And then the nurse is like, I totally get it. Like, and then oh, okay, another contraction coming, and then
It's very funny. The baby's like,
That's true.
I guess I'm just here now.
yeah. Dude, it's so there's a moment where like when the baby's getting close to actually being born, where like your wife is pushing and like the head is popping out, and then like as she like lets go of the push, it like gets sucked no. So it's like you're watching, you're like, it's out. He's like, no, stop. You're like, oh,
It's like a bad dollar in a vending machine.
yeah. And it's just so crazy. And you're like, at first it's just like a blob, and then you start seeing hair, and you're like, that's like hair.
Kids have hair. That must be
And their head, when they come out, their head is like literally
Oblong,
all
right?
fucked up looking. Something happened in my brain that was like, just look at your wife. Like, just don't even look at that. Like, literally, all these, dude, all these natural instincts that like you don't even know are inside you.
That's sick.
Just
That's what I want.
Are like boom, boom. They're firing off, and you're like, oh my god, like I never felt this way. Like,
Yeah.
It's 100 times a day for the first like week. You're like, I never felt this way before in my life. I never felt this way before in my life.
That's so sick.
That's
And
Biology.
when I came out, I get like that. My head was fucked up from that, and my dad, I guess, turned to the doctor. Was like, "Is his head gonna stay like that?" And the doctor went, "Yeah."
that's good.
And my dad like went like white, and he was like, "I'm kidding, I'm kidding."
Yeah, they.
Your dad was doing bits?
no,
Oh, the doctor was doing bits.
Yeah, the doctor was doing
The
bits.
No, it's
doctor's
like,
hey,
they had to like twist.
They got to
her.
twist them, right?
and
It's like a light bulb.
so it's like literally like the way it's like I guess scientifically supposed to happen is at this point they're almost like jelly, so they don't break on the way out, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the poor kid's face is like literally like someone pushed it to the side and it's like stuck that way.
They're all fucked.
And I look and it's
I
like
would freak out.
no, I did. I was like, but it was weird, man. It was like
Damn,
something
one of
was
them?
just like it was only for like 30 seconds though, and then it's like, and it all kind of. I looked at my wife. I go, great job. Oh my god, we did it. And then you look back and you're like, oh, the baby's fine. Like it's like
It's like Super Mario. It's like Super Mario 64 when you could like tug on Mario's face.
Yeah, they're all like pruny because they've been in the bath for 9 months.
Yeah,
it's like it's wild.
they literally. That's the color they are, like white pruny. And then, but then
that depends on the parents.
They fill with life. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, even Italians, like my buddy's Italian, they had their kid like a week after us. I'm like, look at those fucking dark ass nipples you're weird out. I'm like, what is that kid?
What happened there?
Guinea kid.
Yeah, look at that fucking brown olive skin kid.
I like the joke you were doing about your penis in the hospital.
I forgot about that.
You're not doing that anymore on stage?
I gotta do that. I should do that.
Have you guys heard this about what Will was telling all? What you telling the doctors?
They were telling me, they said my wife had like an easy birth, you know?
Yeah.
They were like, and it's in reality, it's because of like her height.
You were
and
like,
stuff.
what are you trying to say?
But I was like, yeah, the doctors all told me it's because I have a girthy penis. And I would like, and it was like, no one's going to say to a new dad, like, everyone was just like, oh, wow. Like, everyone was like, well, good for you then. You know, and I was like, no, the doctor did not tell me that.
What a mitzvah.
I even worked like on my wife in the hospital. Like I was like, she was like, yeah, the doctor said next time like come right in because she almost like her water broke in the lobby of the hospital. So they were like, you're the type of person who could give birth in a car, you know. And I was like, it's because I have a girthy penis.
The dog's like, no. Yeah. Your wife is loose.
Yeah. It's because her college boyfriend had a
it's good stuff.
But yeah, it's a good time. I was thinking on the way over here which South Shore boys would make the best fathers. I was trying to think of that.
Ooh.
Goes Dan, Tyler, Scott, Logan. Maybe switch Tyler and Scott.
I like that you.
I think I'd be a better
dad
dad than Tyler for sure. I don't want kids, but I'd
I would put you last. Just on the not wanting them.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, probably.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
Probably a sick dad.
And I'm like, kind of like a vote for and against you.
Yeah, because I'm cool.
Dan probably number one.
Dan number one by a
because he wants it so bad.
He has a steady lady.
I want that biology out of me.
He's sober. He's emotional. He's caring.
All right, take it easy.
It's good for anxiety.
No, you're gay.
I think Dan would be a good dad for like 2 weeks, and then it'd be like when he bought clay for the like he was gonna like Dan always like gets really into something for 2 weeks, and then he's like, something else.
Remember Dan's baby
I do that.
face?
Yeah, harkening back to it. Remember when I was a dad? That was a weird
Remember
phase.
my dad face?
It's like the baby's like in the corner under like 10 other things he didn't finish.
Under all the epoxy.
I would
Under
say
my
that's a
battle
real
bot.
thing. I would say that's a real thing for a lot of dads, though. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure
yeah.
it's like exciting and then it's scary and then it's.
I've had buddies who like once they hit like a certain age, they're like, "Oh, I regret it so much." I'm like, "Jesus."
Yeah, I don't
Like-
think I'd like. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's there's moments though. There's moments where you go, like I was saying, the natural things. Like for the first 2 weeks, you really are. Women are so hormonal the whole time, like of it. But you get some too, like when the baby's born. And I remember like walking around, I felt like it was like a drug feeling. I was like, man, I feel fucking so good. Like, you know, why did I ever worry about anything? Like, you know what I mean? And it kind of starts to fade though. And then the first time you like wake up kind of tired and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
She's crying. You're like, again with this?
The crying, really?
Yeah, really
literally.
one note, baby.
It's like the first time you're like trying to do something else and the baby and you can't do it because of the baby. You're like, oh my god, 18 years of this? Oh my god.
I'm trying to smoke a bowl.
You're treating them like
Stop coughing.
What are you, a lightweight? Fucking Jesus.
treating them like an old white headliner from Boston. You're like, you still doing this?
Yeah, we do call her ma'am quite a bit. We're like, ma'am, calm down, ma'am. Ma'am.
On the floor, heads on your back.
Ma'am, stop it. You shit yourself, ma'am.
You fucking shit yourself.
How much have you had to drink?
Does the dog like her?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They get along good. Their relationship is developing because she's catching up to him really fast when it comes to like brain power. You know what I mean? Like, like at first she was like a potato, and now she's every day getting smarter and smarter.
Now
like,
they're both rolling over and playing dead.
He's like locked in at his like intelligence of like at 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
He like never developed any farther. So she's like starting to like reach out at him. It's cute, but He likes to give her like a little kiss once in a while.
That's sick.
And now she's like, it's like fuck off. She'll kick him off and stuff. If she's
just like
when
Dad.
she's sick of it. Yeah. But yeah, that was I was afraid of that. I probably even mentioned that when I was here because that was like a big fear of mine going in. I was like, I just don't want the fucking dog to like attack the baby.
Yeah, of course.
Or every once in a while he'll wake her up by barking. That's kind of annoying. But
Yeah.
He'll put her head
he
in
definitely
his mouth.
he definitely was depressed as shit.
Really?
Like when we brought her home. That's everyone.
Because he's
says.
not
like,
getting
who the fuck is
enough
this?
attention.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're like, oh god.
I thought dogs like inherently liked babies out of like protection reasons.
I think there's
Some of them
I think when they get accustomed to him.
Yeah.
I'm assuming when Will brings home the baby, they just think it's another dog that they like more than Sam.
it's like a 50-50 that it's like jealousy and like bravery. It's like jealousy and dedication. They're like, I will guard this thing with my life, but God,
but also
I
fucking
hate
you
But also,
bringing this
like-
thing home.
But also, make sure you know that I'm guarding this thing,
Yeah.
and I'm the better one.
Yeah.
Look how nice.
For
I am.
example, like I bought her yesterday. I bought her this new toy. Like she sits. It's like a seat she sits in. It's got like stuff she plays with.
Babies love that
So
stuff.
yeah, they love that shit. Lights up. So I was like, bought it for her, put it together, played with her. Sam's the dog's watching me the whole time. Like he's sitting right across from her. The thing that he hates the most is like her toys. Like he's like, every toy ever was always for me.
Yeah.
Like, and what the fuck is this? Like, and some of her toys are like basically dog toys. Like they make
Yeah.
they make sounds like dog toys make. So he's like, what the fuck? Why can't I have them? So he's just watching me play with her in this thing, and then that's that. And hours later, after she's in bed, I'm like sitting downstairs watching TV. Sam comes up to me like he hasn't done this in like years. He like comes up with like one of his toys and he's like throwing it around. He's like, I got toys. Like I can play.
I got some stuff.
I'm fun. Remember when we used to have fun? I'm like, oh, buddy, I'm too tired from that other thing now.
It's like it's like a wife walking in with like lingerie because like the sex hasn't been happening.
Yeah.
It's like, I can be sexy. Like, but it's a long day. I
Yep.
just want to go to bed.
He's doing
can do
that a
this.
lot.
The dog's wearing lingerie.
Yeah.
That's cute.
16 bras.
He comes down with a jar of peanut butter in his mouth.
Remember we used to do this before you had fucking, what's her name?
Remember the
down
good
there?
times?
Let me get that girthy dick.
See me and Mr. Skippy. Remember those days, Pops? Those are good times.
How old is your daughter now?
Almost 6 months.
Wow.
Stop. Why? He's already counting, dude. Keep her away from me.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Jesus. Oh, I did have my first guy. I took her to Braintree Mall yesterday, and I had my first guy go, oh, you're going to be in trouble when
Yeah.
she's older. I was like,
Yuck.
oh, she's 6 months old. You fucking disgusting.
You calling my baby hot? What
Yeah.
the fuck
He's
are you
like,
doing?
It's nice to run into you at the mall.
Damn.
Yeah, I've had two moments of like father rate, like murderous
That's
rage.
so sick. I want that biology coming
Yeah.
out of me.
You have that kind of rage over like
Yeah.
like somebody beeping their horn at you.
I go, my kids are in here.
You're not gonna fuck my daughter.
I do get road rage more too than I used
With
to.
the baby in the car?
I'm like way more nervous. And,
Yeah.
but I also don't have my baby in the car a lot, and I still have the baby on board sticker. And when I drive like an asshole, which I do drive like a lot,
Sure.
it pisses people off double when you have the baby.
Like
Like-
this guy's driving with that with a baby.
yeah, or they're just like, well, I gave you the right of way, and that's what you did with it. But
It's like a hack bit, but I do think like anytime I see the baby on board sticker, I'm like, you think that's gonna change
I know.
anybody's behavior? Like,
that goes to show where my mind was at. That I was like, that's where I thought I was like, protection.
Bumper sticker.
Bumper sticker will save us all.
well, it's like when your house, if you have like an alarm system, it says like on the door like this house has like this alarm
Oh,
system.
yeah,
Like I don't think any robbers have been like, oh.
No, that deters robberies up to like some percentage. They say on the ads.
Yeah,
But I bet that does. If
they're
you go
just
to
asking robbers.
Hey, you're going to.
If you see the security sticker, do you not go in?
We've
They're like,
surveyed
oh yeah, I avoid that for
100
sure.
robbers across
If
America.
you're staking out a house, you're going to stay away from that. But if there's one without it, you're like, maybe they don't got anything.
I bet
That's what I'm saying.
Beware.
I'm sure just having a security system definitely deters robbers.
I bet like a beware of dog sign like right on your mailbox
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like good. I bet like most burglars would be like, fuck that.
I think dog is better than
Yeah.
security system.
Probably.
I think a combination of the two.
It must be hard.
Probably a you know.
I mean,
And I have a gun. Sign.
Beware of gun.
I love that there's like poor families that like they just buy the sticker.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't
Yeah,
even
that's
have
smart.
the alarm system. They're just like it's
bet a lot of
really
people
the
do that.
sticker.
A lot of people do that, and a lot of
Because it
times,
deters
like, I
robbers.
bet the sticker isn't even connected to like a real company. I always think it's just like you can buy a sticker that just says like Alliance Security,
Yeah.
and they're like no.
Yeah.
Brinks. It's like
A
Grinks.
burglar like Googling the company.
Just
We
an
should
Amazon
get-
sticker.
Yeah.
We should get South Shore
South
Boys
Shore Boys
podcast
Security.
stickers that look like a security company, but it's
We
like
should get South Shore Boy Security. and we
this
should actually
house,
secure
this house protected by the South Shore Boys podcast.
Yes.
Robbers are like, oh, if they're listening to that, I would never go in there.
Now we're talking merch.
Do you know
and I like
And
that.
South Shore boy on board.
That's a good one.
You ever see those stickers like in the city? Sometimes people put like on their window, they're like "baby in this room" or like "there's a baby in this room" for firemen.
Oh.
You ever seen that? It's
no.
like I always used to think
It's like
like,
a
also-
pick me.
also
for
good
I've
for-
seen like
also
we
good
have
for abductors.
I've seen ones that are like we have pets. Like we have
Seems like-
pets
yeah,
in
we
this
have
house,
pets
so
in
like
this
save
house.
the pet.
yeah. I always thought it would
Save
be
the
wise
pet.
to just like stick that on
Save me
your
first.
bedroom window. You know, like
Yeah.
come to this window.
You ever
In the
seen
event of a fire, save me.
Pedophiles
I'm a
like
baby.
so it's that window.
So you just get
Yeah.
pedophiles rapping on your window every night.
I saw the sign.
Boombox outside, like over his head playing Raffy.
Just playing Kids Bop versions. Of it.
Nah, that's a cute pedophile.
Yeah.
That guy's
the
pulling
movie
out all
the movie's
stuff.
still
I like
called
that.
Say Anything, but it's like just get verbal, like just a word.
I would want to be saved before my pets.
Yeah,
Really?
no. The sticker is like
Yes,
under the
really.
assumption that they know it's like they know people live in the house. It's not just like a pet hotel.
Leave the pets.
It's not just pets living there.
Tyler's just
I'm
says,
a
people
fucking
before
idiot.
pets.
Tyler's like upstairs in the bedroom. They're saving like 20 dogs. He's like, they'll get to me eventually.
I live with 20
They're saving
dogs.
the best for last. They're coming for me.
I used to live next to a house that had a giant X on it, which meant if it started to burn, just to let it go.
Oh, condemned. That means.
Yeah. I lived in
Whoa.
a good neighborhood.
I was gonna say, do you live like in New Orleans after the fucking hurricane? That's like a.
Downtown Detroit, actually.
Yeah. That also kind of means like, hey, maybe a homeless guy lives in here, maybe he doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
Let him burn.
We should get in touch with Bert Kreischer and let him know if he ever wants to like start a new life. He could like burn Tyler's house down and just put like one of his teeth next
Oh,
to
I
Tyler.
see now. Yeah, like
Huh?
like they would think it was you.
Why is mine?
Like a
Well,
fake-
because they'll find the charred remains of you, but Bert's tooth will be there. They're like, oh, Bert Kreischer died in this house fire.
But everything else would link to me. Why don't they burn his house down?
You're thinking about
man,
it too
it
much.
seems like you had a
They'd
lot
be
of
like,
money.
Why
Why
do I have to burn alive? For to start a new
Why did
life?
he have
Why
an
is-
apartment
why
on
would
Wollaston
anyone-
Beach?
Comedian Bert Kreischer was in another comedian's house. Who we also can't find. Who looks like him.
I guess you would bring me to Bert's house, then burn me, leave Bert's teeth.
Actually,
That's
yes,
what we
and
do.
then Bert's new life is being Tyler Swain.
It's my life. He's gonna hate that.
It's
You're
the,
like not
it's the
looking
same
like
life
him
without
as much
fame.
anymore. You guys don't look as.
I don't
much.
wear my frontwards hat as
He
much.
looks worse, and you look better.
Oh, Will.
I would say
That's
that.
nice.
He
of
looks
you to
worse,
say
but-
out loud.
But he lost so much weight.
Yeah, but he looks not
Venmo
good.
Will.
I feel like his Bert Kreischer's face is not looking good in like those. And I know because Instagram shows me 6 trillion videos of Bert Kreischer.
He's
every single
everywhere.
day.
Yeah.
If you watch one Bert Kreischer like Tom Segura clip,
Yeah.
it's like your phone. Every algorithm on earth is like, I know what you want.
Yeah.
Like you want more Tom Segura. I'm like, whoever.
I've never wanted anything less.
Like
than
whoever
Bert
his
Kreischer
team
does.
is on it.
Yeah.
It's like
They get quite a network.
I have to
cooking
be
there.
like block. No, don't want. Like or else, and then it still trickles.
And you
through.
guys getting the three boob lady on Instagram?
Once in a while.
Quite
No.
a bit.
She
I'm-
keeps popping up.
I'm in a
What?
Quite a bit.
huge hot chicks with Down syndrome algo right
his
now.
I get that.
Yeah.
I don't get the 3 boobs.
And you know what I found out? None
Which
of those
is
chicks have
lateral.
Down syndrome.
What?
They're all Eastern European models who use this filter to get.
Oh my God,
get
filter!
famous.
I thought you were just gonna say like, yeah. It turns out in Eastern Europe, like the
They just
models
gotta
just
look
look
like
retarded.
Down syndromonia. Long walk. Sorry. I was doing my best.
It's okay.
It sounded like a really bad board game.
Down syndromonia.
It's like when it takes 8 hours to get through a
Game
game.
night got retarded last night.
Oh my god.
But yes, it's models with filters and they make money off of it. And
Weird.
and in their culture, it's like, fucking Americans. Like, if you just put on a filter that you have Down syndrome, they'll just like send you money because they feel so bad about everything. And that's the idea.
I love that they think
Wow.
like the
Hot
guys
chicks.
sending money feel bad. It's just like pervs that are like, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. but then the way they got caught was kind of funny. It was like one of the
Getting
chicks,
caught for that.
she
is
did
so
like the
funny.
turnaround. She did like the model
and it,
spin
like,
and like the
popped
filter
up.
like fucking.
Yo, wait a minute, this
hung
girl's
on
fucking
her.
gorgeous.
But
But
yeah.
if she's dumb enough to do that, maybe she is.
I was gonna say it's like a model and a Down syndrome person. It's like battle of wits. Let's go.
Well, also,
Baby and a dog.
also, maybe she spun so fast that it fixed her face for a
Will
second.
with a great
Her
take.
chromosome, like
Will with a great take of all models are retarded. It doesn't matter what they look like.
yeah, Down syndrome, up syndrome. They're all
Left to right.
left to
syndrome?
right side. I got the right syndrome.
That's how you get better health in Grand Theft Auto. You go up syndrome, down syndrome. R2, down
Get
syndrome.
that. Wow,
R2.
I got that reference.
Hey, have you been to Wendy's lately?
Yes.
They have a new robot AI.
Oh yeah, I
have
hate
you
it.
done this?
Yeah,
I
I
heard
hate
the
it.
one in Wallaston is no people, right? I heard.
Well, there's people like inside cooking, but like when you do the drive-through,
hard
it's
work.
it's yeah.
In Wallaston too.
it's
I
an
was
It's
at
the horrible
Southern
degrading stuff.
Army- I was at the Southern Army one last night and the night before.
Yeah, and it's like, what do you want? And it's like, it's not. I'm like, no, I want to talk to a person. I have specifications that I don't trust
Yeah.
this robot with.
You know what I was thinking too? There's probably somebody listening, right? Because I'm doing bits to the robot. Like,
Legit, I was going, what the fuck
Probably
is
like a-
this?
I,
Like,
go-
to it last night.
I remember like 2 nights ago, I was like, "Can I get a cheeseburger?" And then the cheeseburger was like $5 something. And I was like, "No, robot, take that." I was like, "Someone's probably listening. Go, like, hang out with this robot."
It's probably like a slightly more advanced robot.
It's nice that you called it a robot. I'd be like, no, you dumb bitch. I said no tomato.
Well, that's I just respect.
You'll be
women.
first to die in the
Robot
AI
woman.
wars.
I was already,
Dude, I hope so. I don't want to hang around when that starts happening.
What, the Wendy's robot's taking over?
Yeah.
I'm fine
I
with
feel
that.
like Wendy's is always a little cold every time I get it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You
Really?
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always, like even when you
McDonald's
get it right
Supreme.
there, it's because like
No,
they take
Wendy's
pride in
is
the
cooked
lettuce and
fresh.
stuff.
yeah, the fries are never popping.
It's just
No,
like a
yeah.
little
Oh,
bit
I
like
don't
it's
get
been
fries.
sitting out.
I want those fries to hurt.
I don't see. I'm not. I feel like. I mean, I mostly get the chicken, the Asiago Ranch Chicken Club, but that thing's always.
Oh,
that thing's always piping. That thing's always piping hot.
Never got that one. I get burger. I get like the junior bacon cheeseburger, and it's always like, it feels like I don't know. The burgers.
Oh
are
yeah, I
warm.
got 2 GBCs last night
Yeah.
and some fries.
It's a GBT.
JBCs.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like a.
Jesus bacon Christ.
Amen.
But yeah, I'm not a big Wendy's guy. I'm actually on a huge Burger King original chicken sandwich kick.
Okay.
Ooh, the long one.
Mhm.
In high school, I fucked
That
those
shit is
things
so
up.
good. And I've also learned it's a bit of like a sleep aid. Like if I'm like a little wired up.
It's like the oldest thing I've ever heard. sometimes
had a
I'm too
roommate-
awake. I go get an original
little
chicken sandwich from Burger King.
Dude, I'm doing old guy shit left and right. Like yesterday, I was like had the kid all day. I was like, let's go to the mall and get a pretzel.
That is old.
Because you're like,
I saw
need-
that and I was
need
like,
to
that was,
kill
your,
time.
that was your intention to do that?
I had a pair of sunglasses I was gonna return.
I did.
under
Okay,
warranty.
so you had other things to do at the mall.
But the sunglass hut was gone.
okay.
The mall is dog
And
shit.
I didn't get to
now.
use my
Mall's
favorite.
fresh.
I love to go to a sunglass hut and buy stuff and go, well, no one out sunglasses the hut.
I also have a
my
girthy
favorite-
penis, by the way.
One of my favorite things to say.
The
And
girl working there's like, we're going out of business.
yeah.
someone
out of here.
someone out sunglass the hut? After all these years.
But that's what I did. I was like, I need to do something. I don't want to fucking. It was too bad out to like do anything outside. So I was like, we're taking the baby to the mall, and I met 2 other guys doing the exact same thing I was doing.
That's sick.
I
Had
always,
friends?
if I'm going to the mall, I'm going to Sarku, Japan. No question.
Sarkru?
Sarku.
Sarki.
They have a
Sucker
Vietnamese
hits
place that
already.
looks really cool too.
In the food court?
No, it's down in there's like where Abonpon used to be, that little dark
Oh.
corner of the mall.
Oh,
Yeah, once they got rid of Chipotle and KB Toys, I was
Bum, bum,
like, there's nothing for
No
me
one
down
goes
there.
down there.
No, it's like the department store's gone.
Lord
whatever
and
was
Taylor's
there.
gone.
And then it's like there's
My-
a
my lord.
massage place that has to be like a money laundering place because there's
Sure.
never anyone in there. And
We're
like,
talking
Very
Virgin
weird to
Mall?
go to the mall for a massage.
Yeah.
A mall massage.
I do
Sharper
use those
Image
chairs
still
like
around.
crazy, though.
Not even at the mall. Is it still in existence? Sharper Image.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I used to love going in there as a kid and just playing with all like the electronics. But like, dude, this is the future.
Oh, I'd sit in the massage
chair
Yeah.
so long.
I used those ones at the mall. Like I didn't use it yesterday because I had the kid, but I fucking love those massage chairs.
Hell yeah.
It's just so weird being like out in front of everyone.
Oh, dude. I literally I pull my hat down. I'm like, stare at me. Like,
where's my kid?
Gaze upon me. One time I was in DC and I must have spent like $25 just
Will, we heard you about to say 50. Don't try and whittle it down because you're embarrassed. Feel like I must have spent $25.
Go to the mall, man.
It's like 500.
I'm here all day, baby.
They're like, sir, we've never had to do this before, but your time in the chair is up.
Yeah, no, it is like that. I mean, people look at you like a little bit like disgusted. You know what I mean?
I
It's
definitely
kind of
do.
like a
I saw a guy reading a book in one the other day. I was like, "What are you doing?"
You saw a guy age while you were in it. Walked by with black hair, came back with white hair.
I'm like even worse. I like moan. I'm like, oh, it's good.
I'm almost there.
Literally, that's when my wife knows where to find me too. If she can't find me. Searches the chairs.
Here's the moaning.
she's reaching in the cushion. She's like, I know you're in here.
If I see someone using it the wrong way, I'm like, you gotta lean into it. If you want to get the most out of it, you gotta push back. You gotta work with it.
That's old guy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Instructing strangers on how to do things.
Always, yeah.
You're not even using the massage chair the right
Hey,
way.
let me get that back window for you, all right? I did that. This lady was pumping gas next to me, and her whole back window was covered in snow, and I was cleaning mine off, and I go, you want me to get yours too? And she goes, well, if you want to. I was like, it's just too dangerous.
The way people are driving around here?
I did it. I got in my car. I was like, who am I?
No.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
There's no baby on board sticker. You just start putting the snow back on you. You disgust me.
Just me. Yeah. I'm just like, I can't help myself.
That's sick. Dad mode.
I was thinking the other day, Tyler loves to do this, and I think this is equivalent behavior. I think removing someone from a group chat is like when like a girl takes your hat.
I didn't remove you from the group chat. Sean did.
Well, you do love to do it though.
And I
That's a good one.
And I added you back to the group chat, so don't act like I like removing people from.
But you do love doing that.
No, I don't.
You're the reason I know that it's a thing. You're the first person. But anyways, it's like a girl taking your hat to like flirt, and you're like, this is so annoying. Just fucking
Tyler's flirting
kiss
with
me
you.
or don't.
It's
Yeah.
been so long since a girl took my hat to flirt. Yeah.
Sorry, I completely
Give it
missed your
back,
point.
Logan.
I was in a rage and I completely missed your point. What was your point about removing?
That he
the
wants to
group-
have sex with you.
No. I just think it's like similar
Thing.
type of annoying behavior. It's
Why'd
like,
you remove him?
I didn't remove him. Sullivan removed him because Logan was being a dick to someone.
It was to you, but you were being a dick.
I said, "There's enough hate in the world, guys. Can we all just love each other?"
Right, and I said, "Shut up, faggot."
And then Sullivan removed him, and then I added him back.
Beautiful.
And now he's out here fucking acting like I'm. And guess what? I'm pissed off at Logan for other things too.
Yeah, let's
This is good.
air it out.
This is good.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to.
We're
vent.
back. We're on this segment now.
I have.
I can feel tension.
Yeah, right.
I have
That's why I put you there.
2 Sam Adams bottles in the back seat of my car.
There's no reason to be upset with
And I'm
me.
going,
Immediate.
"Look, I would love to allegedly have one of these on the way to the show. But I don't have a damn bottle opener. Logan, you have one in your keys. Can I borrow it? No.
It
I
is
know.
on the keychain
You
to
can
my
take-
car key.
You can take it off the keychain. He goes, but it's about to rip.
It's literally. I'll show it to you. It's like it's old. Also, mind you.
I hurt my hand trying
This
to
is so
open
he
it.
can drink a beer while
Yeah.
driving.
Also, mind you, there is a liquor store 5 feet
Like,
away,
for
and I
my
said,
friend.
just go buy a bottle
But I
opener.
don't want to buy a bottle opener. I just want to use yours.
Do you know the lighter
Do you
trick?
know how to use one of these?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. Dude, there's marks all over my car,
Yeah.
on my hand. I'm trying to smash it off everything in my car to get it open.
This is
Front
great.
window's broken.
Yeah, you've got a dozen of broken bottles on the passenger
light.
That's
seat.
a good sketch. Like,
Hey, man, do you think maybe that's indicative of like a problem?
Yeah, it's a problem that I'm
No.
fucking friends with you. Fucking piece of shit.
that's like when you have weed and nothing to smoke it out of. Like,
Yeah.
like you're like frantic. You're like, maybe I could just smoke it out of my hand. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're like,
It's got to be
No
somewhere.
lighter? That's even worse.
Yeah.
You're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
That's a good
We're
sketch.
also at the bar for hours, so like he could have taken a break between the bar and the show, anyways.
I was more upset on the way back, to be honest.
Sam too is like such not like a. Oh, just have a quick Sam.
Sam bottle,
Yeah, like-
I'm having craft beer.
Let me just have like a
there's like like if
The
a cop
original-
looks over, they're not gonna be like, oh, maybe it was a Pepsi. They're like, this kid's drinking a fucking glass
I
bottle
can
of
see Sam Adams looking at me right now.
I want to point out this is a wicked funny joke we're all talking about. Too.
Yeah.
This is nothing. Yeah.
Also, when we were at the bar last night, A Day to Remember was on the fucking jukebox or whatever, and I was just like drumming along on the bar, and this guy sitting next to us goes to Tyler. He's like, "You friend a drummer?" And he goes, "No, he's actually a guitarist." And then the guy's like, "Oh, really?" And he starts chatting me up about like guitars and like blah blah blah. He's like, ended up getting to the point that I was like, "I'm actually leaving. My band's like playing a show down the road," and he's like, "I'll come."
Yeah.
And he went home and like changed into like his like cool concert outfit.
That's cute.
But the
sucked
funniest part
Logan
is he fucking, he does all that. But when he's leaving, he goes up to Tyler. He's like, "I'm gonna bring you a guitar to play." And Tyler's like, "What?" He's like, because you play guitar. He's like, "No, that was my friend." And then when he came to the show, and then when he came to the show, he goes up to Kev, our guitarist, and he's like, "Hey man, I came out." And Kev's like, "What?" He's like, "We just met at the bar." He's like, "Oh no, that's him."
I have no idea who I'm talking to.
I have a feeling this guy might spend a little time in that bar.
Yeah, Tyler said he thought he'd seen them.
He's been there before because you said he looked like Segura, and you've said that before. Or
I would though.
Somebody else has said that about me.
If I started chatting up two dudes in a bar like randomly, and they were like, "We're playing a show," I'd be like, "I'll go." Like I might do that, but I wouldn't go home and change. I would just follow you.
Well, I think
Yeah.
you home change anyway. But
Did you go in there right now? I'll drive you.
I mean, the odds that I have a free night though. I'm not gonna waste my night on just some stranger I met at the bar.
He also he told us he just got like a great new job as a chef at Banners next to the Garden.
Hate chefs.
Good thing he came to watch us last night, because that was a fire set.
Was this last night?
Yeah.
I heard there was a few people.
Where'd you play?
There were
Barrel
less than a
House
few.
I gotta go see you guys.
I don't know.
June 21st at Next Page.
Sometimes I have a daydream of me like hopping up on stage with you guys, playing one with you.
We'd absolutely allow that.
I play guitar.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
About you.
Yeah, you
I
can
play for
come
my
up.
kid now.
Oh, that's cute as hell.
It's pretty awesome, actually. She has no idea how bad I am at guitar.
This song's for you.
I am the greatest guitar player she's ever seen.
We're keeping it that
Greatest
way.
musician ever. She's like, I can't believe it. But yeah, that's
That must be a nice feeling because nobody that's ever seen us has been like, "Wow, that's the best."
No, I've never like
We bombed.
I've never had anyone like I've been in bands and I like playing music and stuff, but I've never had like a lot of talent for it. I've never been like good enough to do it, like
Yeah.
or had people be like, "That was great,"
We have had
like would
people
stand up every
say
time I
that.
do it. But she looks at me like, "Oh my god,
Best musician.
play it
He's the
again."
greatest
Did
guy
you-
ever.
I don't think we bombed last time. We were doing
bombed.
the first four songs. I think the first four songs we were
Bomb music.
up until Britney Spears was like a hit, and then things started to go downhill.
Our first song, more than half the room walked out of the room.
Is it too loud? Sometimes
Yeah, it is
Yes.
way too loud.
I am the
and
loudest
they did,
person in
and
the band.
And the last band didn't tell that. Like when they went up, they're like, "We do have free earplugs in the back." It's like, why didn't you fucking tell us?
That's like my biggest thing though with like going to see, like I went to the Middle East, this was like years ago, to see a band, and I was like, I haven't done this in years. I forgot that I can't take this.
It's loud
It's like
as
so
fuck.
fucking loud.
Oh, it doesn't even like phase
Yeah,
me.
but
I'm
if you're
fine
around
with
it a
it.
lot, you get used to it. But if you take a couple years and you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back, you're like, oh my god.
There are certain bands, like I've seen some bands, I'm like, oh, this is the loudest
Your
band
ears
I've ever
hurt.
seen in my life.
Heard.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to hurt everybody.
Yeah.
This isn't fun.
No.
This is
That's what I'm trying to do with my drums.
Well, actually,
I'm trying
no.
to be as loud as possible.
But I think I personally walked some of the audience last night because I was like, there was like a bunch of like the band members, like other band members' moms there, and I was like, thank you. I was like, our moms couldn't make it tonight. They're out there fucking our dads. And this woman went, oh my god.
An audible "Oh Jesus" from the audience.
And then for some reason I thought the good recovery to that would be, I don't know why I said that. My dad's dead. My mom's not fucking my dad.
2, 3, 4.
this song's called Stacy's Mom.
Damn.
It is actually. This is what the second song we played was about fucking a mom, and then
Yeah.
I can't just be talking about our dads fucking moms.
I thought it
Can't
made
say
sense.
anything anymore. You're right.
Yeah.
It was
I'm sick of these snowflake band going audience members.
These goddamn
comedy.
these goddamn
Cancel comedy.
woke 50-year-old white women
so
from
sick of
Weymouth.
yeah, it was all like moms and dads there. I felt like I was at like a high school concert. It was very weird. It was like
Yeah.
an all ages show. I was like, oh, everyone brought their parents. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking of you guys. I was mainly thinking of Tyler when I was watching the. Did you guys watch the Karen Reed documentary?
Yes.
No.
I was thinking.
Dan thinks Karen Reed did it.
I do too.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I do too.
My man.
I don't think
My
she
man.
did
I
it.
don't think she did it on purpose. I think she's a drunk.
Yeah,
sloth.
she literally. it's like the most
And then-
simple
and then-
answer.
Yeah.
But why?
disclosed.
But then
It's
why are
arbitrary.
they acting? Why did they do so many things that seem guilty?
Incompetence.
Because they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Dude,
You
You're
said
trying to tell me that police officers are incompetent?
Yeah.
You said it best though last week. You were like, it's crazy that like in 2 years, no one has fucked up the lie that they're all in on. It's like someone would slip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they went through everyone's phones. It's like this guy said so much embarrassing shit on the phone.
Yeah.
He just decided to not say that he's framing her for a crime. All the other stuff he says is like,
that guy's a piece of shit. He's like, oh, whatever. She's ugly, no ass, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's
Retard.
Like,
yeah, balloon knot.
Number one, that stays in the group chat. That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
Number two, that doesn't mean anything about a crime. That's just you being
An asshole.
An asshole. We all do it.
Yeah. Cops.
Oh,
every
I don't
cop
think-
does it about their, like the people they
Whatever
are
they
talking about,
do,
subjects or whatever. 'Cause it's
Yeah, I
like-
don't think that's incriminating. I think it's like them like throwing the phone away.
That is
Googling like how
Getting rid of
long
the
does it
dog,
take someone to
stuff
die.
like that,
Yeah, like
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just
But
very
there's, like-
bizarre shit that they
There's a
did.
lot of there's a lot of evidence like for every one of those things. It's like the guy destroyed his phone, but he was also a federal agent who like had informants on his phone and like had like probably shit he did not want anyone to see on that phone that maybe was unrelated to.
Yeah.
That's
These
what
guys
it
all
is.
cheat on their wives. They all
They're
like,
all-
you know what I mean? It's like that's one reason. The dog thing is like there is an incident where the dog was in like a horrible dog fight with a neighbor's dog in their neighborhood. Someone had to get rid of their dog. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like I just don't think like in a drunken night these guys are like, fuck, let's murder this guy and frame Karen. Like it's
Yeah.
after 2 a.m. You're not coming up with a scheme like that.
Yeah.
I
And
also
she's
well,
a
I
crazy
didn't
dumb
assume
bitch.
that they like murdered him with intent. I assumed like it was like a fight and then
Yeah.
like he got knocked out or
none of
whatever,
it makes
and they
any
just were like
sense.
left
None of
him
it
out
makes
there,
sense.
and then they're like, oh,
It makes so much more sense that her, because the very first thing she was saying to people was like, that too, but she was like, she calls her friend, she's like, I haven't, me and John just came right back after the bar and I can't find him. And she's like, no, you didn't go right home. Like you took him here.
Yeah.
And so right there, she's like outing herself as like, I don't really remember anything after like being at the bar.
Yeah.
She woke up at like 2 in the fucking morning. She must have had some vague memories because she was panicking and calling everyone and trying to like, it was like when you do something fucked up and you just want it so bad to not be true.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know what I
and then
mean?
the second everybody else is like, maybe there's a friend. She's like,
Yes.
That must have been it.
that's actually a good
It's
point.
literally just
Yeah.
that. It's like
That's good.
it's the same as like when you black out, you call someone up and you're like, "Hey man, like too bad we didn't go to that. Too bad we didn't go to Cagney's after."
Yeah.
And you're like, "No, we did go to Cagney's after." And then you're like, "Oh no, I remember." Like we've all done that, and she's got to do it every day in court on
Yeah.
television.
That defense attorney is good.
Yeah.
So
though.
good.
That
They're
guy's
Yeah.
They're
great.
definitely having sex.
They
with
just
each
got
other.
caught
Oh, they're
making
not.
out.
Yeah.
Or not just, but like they got caught making out in a linen closet.
She's
Yeah.
jacked
that's
up.
that's hilarious because
That's
Get
Yeah.
into his shell.
If
a little
Turtle
bit.
Boy is on your side, that's
yeah,
not
that's
good.
that's bad.
Also, she keeps comparing herself to like guilty people. She's like, I'm like O.J. Simpson. I'm
Yeah.
like Bill Cosby.
I'm like,
I'm
I'm like
not
Casey
getting a fair
Anthony.
shake. Someone I read some. I talk about her on stage, like
Yeah,
and it's funny, man. Like I lose a certain type of woman in the audience like so fast, and it's
You
like
don't want them anyway.
it's like the female version of like a MAGA dude.
Yes.
It's like
The
a
MAGA bridge by my parents' house turned into a Karen Reed bridge.
well, I think it's
I don't
kind
know
of.
how they overlap.
I think it's an easy overlap because it's like
But the
I
MAGA
read
back
something
blue.
online that you didn't read. And
Yeah.
I discovered a secret, and it's pretty fucking deep. This goes deeper than you think.
Yeah, they
It's a
show
fucking conspiracy.
Yeah, it's a
the-
conspiracy
the
theory.
women outside of the Dedham courthouse are fucking nuts.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, what are you doing with your
Yeah.
day?
Go do something.
Go do anything
Or
else.
like-
Right by our work.
Go back over your husband.
Hey,
That's more.
hey,
That's
hey.
funnier.
Yeah.
If you guys
Here we go.
ran over your girlfriend by accident,
I go,
would-
oh
I
my
would-
God, I ran over my girlfriend.
and I would absolutely be like, no, you didn't, Dan. They framed you. And then I would be outside the courthouse every day with a free Dan Hall sign.
Would you?
Oh yeah.
Not every day. I gotta go to work and stuff, but like I'd be out there.
I would say that sucks, man. You gotta turn yourself in though. You can't just be murdering your girlfriend.
No,
I think I would turn myself in immediately. I wouldn't be able to live with guilt.
No steps. Yeah.
I have no.
First of all, you don't even drink, so it wouldn't be a problem. I was saying this on stage. I go, if Karen Reed and her boyfriend were into edibles instead of booze, we wouldn't even know their names. He would have been like, "Whoa, hey, Karen, you almost just hit me." Oh shit, sorry. Hey, you know what? Let's just go home.
Yeah, they wouldn't even go back.
That actually does well even with the people who like Karen Reed. Like, oh, if they just took edibles. Like,
didn't the plate
he backs up? He goes, "Whoa, hey, Karen, you almost just took me out there." Oh, whoa. Good thing I was only going 5 miles per hour.
All right, see you tomorrow.
I forget, why was this making you think of us?
Oh, because
or me.
My wife and mother-in-law and stuff were like, who are these people out at bars in the South Shore at 1 or 2 in the morning texting and meeting up? I'm like, oh, I know people. And I love people. My sister and her ex-husband were kind of like part of the Quincy Canton bar scene, and I had been. I mean, some of the bars they go to, I go to. Yeah. You know?
I thought you were going to be like, I thought of you, Tyler, because absolutely I imagine the way you're going to die is a girl in the back.
That'd be nice to have a lady.
But, like, it'd be funny, though, like, the stuff they have to talk about in court. She's like, so I was driving him, and of course he had a double vodka soda in the console. Like,
yeah.
And it's like, if you guys had gotten into an accidental homicide that night, you'd be like, so that's when we had the fight about the bottle opener because Tyler wanted to have a Sam Adams, and I said, it's about to fall off my fucking keychain, Tyler.
I had a dream you died last night. This is nuts.
I ran over you with my car.
No, it ended up being a different Logan O'Brien comedian somewhere else in the world.
Dude,
impossible.
You guys need to work this out.
Well, I've been saying.
He's like, I'm having dreams of you dying.
No, I'm sad in the dream. I was like upset. I was very upset.
Okay.
So maybe it was your brain trying to be like, hey.
You were sad that it was a different Logan O'Brien.
I found out it wasn't him, and I was like, this is a weird emotion. I just been so upset about Logan dying. Now I'm like kind of, it's like kind of wish he died.
What if it's like that Netflix Black Mirror episode where like the two guys are playing video games together every night?
And they fuck each
that's
other.
what it is.
Yeah. Tyler definitely wants to fuck
exactly
me.
That.
I don't want to fuck you.
Tyler wants to fuck me, but I would never do that. That's why he was like top.
Number one, you.
I think him.
Logan, you would
He'd kill me if he was on top. Look at this fat. So
yeah, my fucking hog.
Your girthy dick.
You'd have such an easy birth.
Out your ass.
Hey, don't act like you don't want me to fuck you. You do want me to fuck you.
Tyler, I have to. The only person I would have sex with you over is your sister.
Why you gotta say stuff like that? It doesn't even make sense in this context.
That makes it okay.
Well, I was about.
She looks a lot like you, but she's still a woman, so it's not gay. And
No, I said I'd rather have sex with him than his sister.
Just because he cares about my family. You never want to betray the trust.
Well, also, I was about to say I would never have sex with you. I was like, well, I have famously in the past said there is one circumstance where I would have sex with you.
what is that?
Gun to my head, him or his sister.
5 years.
No one else
5 years
around.
Yeah.
Dark.
Shot of whiskey and I asked politely if he wanted. That's the one time. No, but yeah, you're a bitch. And why?
How about this scenario? Let me run a scenario by you. All right? The apocalypse happens. It comes suddenly. Like a nuke drops.
Just like any of us.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night. You guys are out. A couple Sam Adams in the car.
Couple cars.
And you just have to run. Like the bombs drop, and you two run into like a building. You find like a bomb shelter.
Thelma and Louise.
So then you're stuck in there, and you're like, all right, we have to wait at least a year before we like leave.
Do you give me the bottle opener?
No.
Yeah. Tyler immediately goes into DTs.
Fix, man.
Do you guys? How long until like it becomes a sexual thing? Like I think.
If I suck his dick, is there alcohol content?
I think maybe. Yeah.
So you can't suck my dick, and there is no amount of time that I would ever want to have sex with Tyler.
I think like you're stuck in the room. It's like prison. Eventually, you're like. Someone has to go to another place and suck the other person's dick, and then we switch.
I would not do any. I would not. I would maybe entertain a cuddle for human touch.
Aww.
You want a cuddle?
For human
Apocalyptic cuddle?
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm pretty sure like that was. Just for so much worse.
That's gay. Just suck his dick.
No.
Spoon?
I'd
maybe whisper to him.
I mean,
I would spoon. I would not fuck.
passionately.
No kissing.
I'm gonna miss kissing.
No kissing. just a cuddle.
Wow. Hold on. Progress.
I'm not cuddling.
This
For
is big
warmth.
progress.
I'll be big spoon. That's fine.
For warmth and some emotion.
I mean, cuddle. I mean, you do want to cuddle this. Like that's
cuddle.
if you're gonna cuddle somebody, a big guy is who you want.
Oh, that's another thing that I was like, last night at the bar, I was like, our friend Chris was Hawksworth. He was hammered. He kept touching me, and I got to the bar and I was like, I'm just so sick of people touching me, and of course that triggers him to start.
Yeah, you
like,
can't tell him
I
stuff
know,
like
they-
that.
he's like, they rubbing me and stuff. And he goes to put his earplug in my mouth.
I squeezed it so it looked like lips. I was trying to give him a little smooch.
Sorry, yeah, he was doing
That makes it better. That makes it more fun.
And
That's
I'm
better.
going, please just stop doing that. And I'm looking this way, and I turn this way, and he hits me. And I go, what the fuck, man? He goes, I said my bad. And I was like, yeah, it's annoying. He goes, you're mad. I said my bad. I'm like, yeah, don't do it in the first place then.
It's so funny.
You're
So
such
I'm
a
not gonna fuck
baby.
him. I'm fine being in.
Tyler hasn't had sex with
Yeah.
a woman in 4 years. I think he could make it quite some time without
Mutual
fucking-
masturbation.
If I was fucking a woman, I ain't fucking no bitch.
We could definitely. I would. We could do Dirty Dorito.
4 years.
No, I'm not. We have Doritos.
Isn't it?
We have Doritos and you're ruining them?
You don't have to cover them and come. It's the goddamn apocalypse.
I hide the Doritos from you and I eat all but one chip. I'm like, you can have this last chip if you come second.
You call it dirty Dorito?
Yeah.
Is it
Cookie.
soggy Dorito?
Oh.
I think it's supposed to be like either alliteration or rhyming. It's like ookie cookie, dirty Dorito.
Okay. I'll bring that
I
back
like-
to my people.
That tracks.
Sorry, Tyler, are we keeping you for something?
Probably, I think.
I think so.
Texting Karen
Where are we
Reed.
at?
51.
Okay, yeah, we're good. No, I just had to text Brett to come this way so I can. Sorry, everybody continue.
Brett was the merch guy last night.
Brett was the merch guy. He's very excited to do that stuff. It's super stupid.
You guys sell a lot of merch.
We have zero merch.
We have zero merch. Yeah. It's I think it's gonna be hard to get people to wear shirts that say "bad at sex."
Yeah.
I'd wear that.
I want one that says "bad at sex," like our logo that says "bad at sex" on the back, and then on the front, like the small logo here, it's like a mouth and the teeth and tongue say "good at oral."
Oh, that might be buy it.
That's pretty good.
I think a lot of people that's like a fear of theirs that they're bad at sex
Bad
and
at
don't
sex?
know it. That would be their. Like you guys are like comics, you're like, bad at sex, you know.
Yeah.
But like the average person's like,
Oh fuck.
it's my deepest, darkest.
I
fear.
think that's the divide of like walking half the room last night because like the whole time, well, the name, the whole we're like loud and fast and everything, and then like Logan's doing like bits in the thing, which like we were all like, yeah, he does bits the whole time, but like music's supposed to be like cool, you know what I mean? Like we're not cool, we're like self-deprecating the whole show.
But I felt like it. But it also felt like, well, it felt like we had to because there were so few people. I was like, it's
So
getting
few.
awkward. Like it's so quiet between songs. I was like, I have to say like something.
Thanks
Like,
for coming out, guys. Hope you're having a good night.
yeah, well, I did that.
It would be
too.
like
So this one-
last note, and then it'd be like silence.
like
Yeah.
one.
Legit, it was like, oh god.
Hell yeah. Maybe it did, Bob.
There's
Pretty
nothing like
bummed.
that. Though. There's nothing like seeing like a
clapping?
weird
was.
musician,
I
like
was
a weird
clapping.
musical performance. I used to love that O'Brien's pub.
Oh yeah, I played there a bunch.
because it was like you'd see a band that like formed that morning.
Yes.
and it was like
Sorry, a guy
I'm
headbutt
sure-
a stop sign.
I'm sure a lot of people yesterday thought they saw a band that formed.
We were pretty tight.
Have you ever?
we were.
Have
we
you
were.
ever gotten like wicked hammered during a musical show?
I've definitely gotten
I have,
wicked
yeah.
hammered, but I've never like gotten hammered to the point of like impeding me from playing.
Oh, all right.
I used to be so
I was wondering about that.
good at the drums.
Because like comedy, you can get pretty hammered.
when I was drunk.
Like comedy, you can get kind of hammered and like fake it till you make it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I've been worse drunk, like
Doing stand-up.
stand up than
You've done more
music.
sets
I remember we did
stand-up
one night.
wise than
You and me
you
did
have.
one night at Laugh, where like I think we did 2 shows, and I remember like you were fine, and then like it was like you went out to like host the second show, and like came back from hosting drunk. Like I was like, he got drunk out there. I was like, how did that happen? You know what I mean?
Yes, I recall.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, it was
wasn't-
for Stav.
It was for stop.
Yeah.
Vodka?
For Stavros. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. It was
I was
free,
gonna say, drinking
free
vodka.
drinks at last.
It was just like I like vaguely. I was drinking too. I vaguely remember like during the time between shows, which that's the most dangerous time.
Yeah, you have like an hour
bored,
of just
an
like
hour,
chilling.
and I think we were hanging out, and I remember you were like, I think I'm gonna switch to like vodka sodas, and I remember being like, "Ooh, bold move," but but I was kind of like, whatever, like whatever, and then didn't think of it, and then I think it was one of those situations too. This gets me sometimes when they're like, you're like, oh shit, they're calling my name, and you like kind of like throw it back quick, and then you're out there talking, and then it's like, because I remember one time I did a tequila shot with the owner of some brewery. He like made me do it. And I did it. And I like walked out on stage, and I was like 5-6 minutes in. And I'm like, whoa.
What was that punchline?
You know what I hate about at Laugh Boston? I feel like every headliner, I'm always like, all right, I'm about to bring you up, and they go, all right, 2 seconds, and then they'll run to the bathroom,
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally just told you, we gotta go.
That is very common. That's an interesting.
It happens every single time I've.
I mean, it
hosted.
makes sense. I
get,
bet
like,
they want to
having
go at the last second because they're about to go up for an hour, and they've probably had it happen where they're like halfway through and like, oh fuck, I have to piss
I
so
don't think I've ever
bad.
felt the urge to really piss in the middle of a set.
I haven't.
I always have
either.
to piss right before a set, so I get this sentiment I'm making.
There's been times where I've been like, I have to pee, and then I go on, and then I feel like I kind of have a good set because there's like this added urgency to it.
Okay.
I get that.
But like,
Yeah, my name's well, no.
like a lot of times, there's been things where I thought, oh my god, like this is gonna completely ruin my performance,
It does go away though.
and then you're
for
just
me.
like, yeah, adrenaline, and like
Yeah.
something else happens, and you're just like especially having the baby, like there have been a few days where it's like I don't get any sleep, I'm up at 6 a.m, and I'm like driving to a gig later that night, and I'm like falling asleep almost at the wheel on the way there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? How am I ever gonna do stand up? I used to like take a 4-hour nap every afternoon, like, and I'd still feel tired. Like, you know what I mean? But then like you get there, you're like in the green room talking, and it's just another thing every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you're
that's
still just wired after like you were anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after I'm more awake than ever, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
let's fucking do drugs.
That's like what's killing me.
well, that's why bands actually. That's like what I believe originated like the band leaving and coming back for the encore is like they go and like piss real
Piss,
quick.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make
Oh
sense.
yeah, I never thought of
I
that.
did that
One
for my
time-
comedy encores too.
One time in
Go
Connecticut, I
piss
got
inside
like
stage.
ill. I ate like chicken fingers between the shows, and I was like on stage, and I was luckily getting close to the end of my set, but I started to feel like I was like gonna puke. That was like one of the scarier feelings I'd ever had.
Puking
on
on
stage.
Yeah, that would
stage
freak me
is
out.
like a
I remember
Better
I was,
that than like it being like I need to shit like 5 seconds ago.
I know a guy who has the best story like that. He had the like stomach flu, shit himself on stage. Like he's talking and he goes, "Did I just shit?" Like he's doing stand up in his mind. He's like, "Did I just shit myself?" And he looks down and he's
Says
like,
it out loud,
he's like he's still doing comedy, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like, and he said he was wearing like a suit too, so it's like nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's all
Nothing's absorbing.
There's nothing absorbing there. He says he looks down, he can actually see it like coming down his sock, right?
And he's still talking.
He's still
right?
talking,
Yeah.
and he's like 5 minutes in, like 10 minutes.
So
in,
my
it's like-
girlfriend.
and he's headlining. So and it's at a VFW hall too. So he goes.
It's giving me anxiety.
It's like, dude,
Like,
this is
holy
like
shit.
one of my favorite stories ever. So the guy goes, guys, we're gonna take an intermission. He goes, yeah, like 5-6 minutes in. He's like, guys, we're gonna take a quick intermission. And he says, like, not only is it like, oh shit, I shit myself a little bit. It's like more. It's coming. You know, like, he's like,
I'm shitting.
I've started.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping it. So he fucking.
He shuffles off stage.
Well, yeah, tries to like not turn his body.
Oh fuck.
He says he goes on stage. He goes, it's a VFW. It's not like there is a backstage, right?
Yeah.
So he just runs to the first bathroom he sees, gets in. There's no stall doors on any of the
Oh, classic VFW.
VFW hall.
Yep.
Sits down, takes his suit pants right off, throws them in the trash, sits down on the toilet, and just unleashes.
Didn't think that was
Right?
at all.
But since he ran from the stage, it took a minute. All the audience guys start coming in to take pisses. Because they've been drinking beer in a VFW hall, and he just said it's
Whoa.
intermission.
Whoa.
He ran to the same, so he's sitting there going like, ah! And the audience who just saw him like do a weird intermission, and they're just all going like, "Oh, dude," and they're all laughing at him and pointing at him. People keep coming in, and he's like, "Look at him."
He's like, "What do you think of the show so far?"
And he's like,
Have a good time.
He's trying to be funny. And I remember this guy was when he was telling me the story, I was like getting anxious. Him telling me this is like the scariest thing I've ever heard of.
Okay.
He goes, "What do you do for work?"
Like it lives in my head, like that story. Like anytime I'm like about to eat something weird, I'm like, nah, fucking pizza.
You guys ever shipped?
He threw his pants out.
Yeah, he ended up like.
Did someone give him?
Yeah,
pants?
they ended up taking care of him. Like he had like a pair of sweatpants from like the VFW.
Okay.
Yeah. He like finished the show,
and
this guy's
went
so
back
old
out,
school when he tells a story. He's just laughing the whole time. Like he doesn't tell it like a sad story.
That's
like,
great.
He's like, and then they were coming in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm shitting.
Dude, I went to my aunt's like funeral was on Monday, and I missed that because I had to do shit for work. But then I went to the like after.
I just feel bad for your aunt that this is what follows the story.
well, there's a connecting thread. As soon as I got there, I had to shit, so I went in and shit, and then a bunch of people are like coming in to piss, and my cousin's son comes in, like he's young, and he's like, "Oh my god, it smells so bad in here," and like everybody's laughing. They're like, "Did you do that, Brody?" And he's like, "No, oh my god, it smells." And then he like walks out, and I can hear him beyond the door, like being like, "It smells so bad in there. Someone's pooping, and it smells so bad." And I'm like,
They must keep all the dead bodies in there. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Poor kid had never smelled a Bud Light.
I'm like, I have like my shoes up against the wall in front of me so nobody can identify me by my footwear.
Yeah, I remember.
Smart.
I remember when I was drinking a ton, I was at a movie and I farted, and I listened to this girl and her boyfriend talk about my fart. and they were talking about like they were like worried about whoever.
Yeah, that smells like a first
They were like,
baby
"That
shit.
smells- Whoever that, there might be something wrong with this."
Two doctors sitting behind.
Yeah, I'm like laughing. Years later, I was like, they were probably right. I was pretty unhealthy. Sometimes, I never had a house.
Mm-hmm.
The other day I was like doing the math, and I was like, oh, we bought a house and moved in like 9 days before the baby was born. In my mind, it was like we lived there a month and then the baby was born, but it was like something like 9 days.
That's crazy.
So I'm like new to both worlds, and people obviously come over to like visit us and visit the kid and stuff. And every once in a while, someone will take a shit. I'm like, you were here for 20 minutes?
that is me and Tyler.
No, it's like
that 100%.
the funniest thing is it's me too. Like I've done it a million times, thought nothing of it. You know what I mean? But when people do it to me, I'm a little bit like.
Do you have 2 bathrooms?
I have a lot of bathrooms.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm not
Yeah.
asking how many, but you have more. You have 2
I have
plus.
four bathrooms.
You got full bathrooms? You got
Yeah.
half baths in there?
My wife gets mad. Oh yeah. I only have 2 full baths.
Yeah.
One
only 2.
One
And I have
bedroom,
2
4
half
bathroom
baths.
3 bathrooms fully.
My wife gets mad because I shit in all of them, and I'm like, this is the dream.
How do
Like,
all
why do we do
I
this?
pictured it for one shit.
Yeah.
Like you drop a little in one, you shuffle.
She's like, why do you
Look
use
what I'm
them
doing.
all?
I'm doing that thing you hate.
Well, how
I
do
might
all
have
4
I might have
bathrooms
sparsed
stink?
them out and been like,
Yeah, my
a year
favorite
into
one's
the
that.
house being like, I think today's the day I try bathroom number
That's
3.
literally like that's what it was like. A year didn't take me a year. I was doing it like quick. I was like, oh, today I can use the other one.
There's got to be at least one away from the hang area, right? Like people,
Yeah.
are people shitting in the hang area? Now? 'Cause
That's
if
the
I'm
one.
shitting in someone's house and they have fucking
We have
7
one that's
bathrooms
off
like
our
you.
kitchen, and that's the one people shit in the most.
No, you go upstairs or downstairs or
The
outside.
bedroom. The
Yeah.
beauty of having your own is like, you got to shit and people are over. You're like, I'm going up to my bedroom.
I'm going to the
Shit
master
right now.
I'll
shitter.
probably go in your bedroom.
Yeah.
We'll call all the shits intermissions.
I bring my own
And
shit.
sometimes when I know it's gonna be loud, I'll use like I don't want to wake my wife up with my shitting, so I'll use another one.
Oh, dude, that's brutal.
But I think-
My room is attached to the bathroom, and I've had girls over, and I'm like, God, I hope they turn the TV up, and I'm just in there like,
I would always have
The
to.
worst.
I would sneak upstairs to the other bathroom when I had a lady. Over
that's
here.
what I would love to do, but that toilet's been broken.
Just squat.
That's a good move.
Just waiting for Mike to take
God,
the initiative.
stuff like that. Best part about being married is like I never have to like fart or shit in front of a girl again for the first time.
Yeah, that's nice.
Or like me and Del Volpe were talking the other day about like how awful it is. Like you like spend all this time trying to hook up with a girl, like a hot girl you want. You like really work for it, and then she has like bad breath or something.
Brother,
Or like
That's Logan's whole thing.
I had to cut someone loose for that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Bad breath is like a fucking thing, man.
And I tried to like casually address it a couple times, and there was no. It was no
Gum in your Christmas stocking.
I truly believe though that there's probably a guy out there that doesn't smell it at all, and it's like that's pheromonal.
It's a
like,
pheromone
It's
thing?
like you
that
being
guy's
like,
got bad nose.
I think that guy's just. He's desperate.
Pig.
But like I used to like go on Tinder dates with chicks, and I'd be like, this chick smells like farts. But it was like, but I don't. But like I used to think like she probably didn't really smell like farts. It was just like my brain being like,
Oh, I did. I've had girls that like I didn't think she smelled like a fart, but I was like, I just don't like. I don't think I can recognize this isn't a bad smell, but it's not pleasant to me.
yeah, it's like we don't.
I do like the idea of the girl smelling like farts, and you're trying to approach it like I tried to approach this girl's bad breath, and you're like, did you eat like a lot of eggs today?
Yeah, you should try a probiotic.
So,
What's your gut bacteria?
I'm gonna go wipe
Poppy.
my ass. Did you need any toilet paper? while I'm in there?
Was this chick hot who had bad breath?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. You're like, do you have a rotten tooth?
Let me get in that mouth.
Well, it was weird because like her teeth were like perfectly white. Like it seemed like she had like
It
good
can
horse.
be
She might
like-
just have
Oh, yeah,
halitosis.
halitosis.
It can be yeah. There's comics that have it.
I know, we got a list.
There's
Yeah,
yeah.
we do have a
There's
list.
big
Very
list.
extensive
I bet I know top of the list is.
Yeah. We got to wrap anyway.
Yeah,
There's,
we're good. We'll go over the
we
list
can
of
wrap and
bad
we'll do the
breath
list.
But
comics.
sometimes the mic at Capo, like I'll be like, Jesus. Fuck.
Oh, dude, Mike sometimes. I mean, I think there's like years of stink on some of those
yeah.
because I'll accidentally get it too close and I'll go.
Yeah. You'll be like, is that Bob Saget's fucking? Whoa, whoa!
We got
We
another
almost
one.
made it a whole episode.
I know.
We're on like a streak of chair breaks.
That was the
One
ghost
that-
of Bob Saget. When I said that.
Oh, that's a weird way. You cracked a little up top.
You guys should do come up with a second podcast. It's like a woodworking podcast where you fix all the chairs.
Whoa.
That.
That's incredible.
We need a theme.
Spinoff.
Yeah, let's spin off.
Theme would be cool.
Or we could do one where Tyler beats us all off and we'll call it a working wood podcast.
We got
gotta
two new
think the book.
spinoffs.
Tyler's gonna go watch rugby, so we gotta go, right?
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go because of Tyler.
Yeah, I'm like a black comic. Guys are making me leave. Sorry, they're making. I would
wanna-
love to stay here with you all night, but they're making these horrible.
Before I go, let's do a quick prayer.
Yeah.
I love prayers at the end.
They,
Also-
let's
I
maybe
hate
not
any-
they.
Black or white
Black
comic.
comics.
Black or white comic. I
I
hate
also
the.
love plugging their Instagram.
I was gonna say, yeah. Before I go, plug.
End the episode.
Good
Anything-
night.
The worst thing you could do is the positive, like, and remember,
Yeah.
if you look yourself in the mirror and you don't like what you see, that's gonna change. You know, something like that. You're like,
God
what the
bless.
fuck?
Have a good
That's
night.
white
I'm
and
that
black.
big
do
black
that.
comic.
Oh, I'll plug my show with Andrew Breen at the end of the month
Yeah.
at Club Cafe. Where,
I'm sure the gays are thrilled
Yeah.
at your straight white line.
yeah, it's pretty weird. It's
Why did they call it the Mayflower?
yeah, the idea was like, it's just it looks good. It's a good room, looks good on camera. But I was like, someone asked me that they were like, why are a bunch of straight guys doing a show at a gay club? I was like, why do gay comics do shows at straight clubs? It's
Yeah.
fucking- this
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
is what equality looks like, gang.
And then they go, "What's a straight club?"
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Why are you guys coming on normal places?
What's the date for that? Well,
That's a good question.
I believe
Last Monday,
April
in April.
28th?
Yeah, April 28th.
Wow,
I guess.
I'm locked
right?
in.
No, 25th.
I hope that's right.
We got
We're 26th.
it's just literally. I think this is going to be the future of comedy. We're literally just doing an Instagram reel taping.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
Like
it's the
that's-
28th.
That's it.
28th? What day is that? Monday?
Yeah.
It's a Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, you can't get a night at the gay bar. You get a Monday.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that place is like not. They don't need our business.
That's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Gay Jesus rests on Monday.
They're like this is like community service. For
Yeah.
Give a couple straight guys
Giving
a
back
night.
to the straight community.
All right, yeah. So April 28th, Club
It's
Cafe.
$5. We're filling it out. You could be
Will
you,
it breathe?
you
$5.
could be in the next Instagram reel that Breen gets millions of views. on.
You could be in a video that gets 35 likes.
Will's baby will be there.
You could be in my next boosted clip that gets 200 views.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.